Do you want to know what the best deck size is for any lawn? Well, just buy the biggest, baddest mother sucker you can find, right? Well, the truth is, for the majority of us, what I'm about to tell you may surprise you, and is only based on math. Welcome back to The Lawn Barber. My name is Zach Barber, for those that don't know me. Today we're going to tackle one of the biggest questions I think in the lawn care industry. And that question is, what is the best mower deck size I should buy for my property and or other properties that I may be doing? So whether it's residential or commercial properties, it is crucial to pick the right deck size for efficiency and effectiveness. Alright, so the first thing we're really going to cover is the national yard sizes and the variations. But ultimately it all comes down to you individually. So what is your customer base, or what does your yard look like? And then that should 100% dictate the mower that you are going to buy. So whether that is small lots, large lots, do they have gates, is it open area, obstacles, and how large these properties are and how much land you're actually going to be mowing. First, let's talk about yard sizes. The national average, according to the article, the average yard size by state and city, published this April 2024. So the findings are, nationally, the average yard size is 23,301 square feet, or half an acre, with the largest plots being in Alaska, Maine, and Vermont, and the smallest yards are in Maryland, California, and New Jersey. However, these are national and state statistics. You should 100% only be concerned with your yard or the yards you service or want to service in the future. The average yard size in the U.S. varies drastically. For those living in Jersey, California, or Maryland, did y'all know that? It blew my mind. This is the fun part. This is where you're able to actually plug in your numbers and figure out what will work for you and your clientele. Just follow along. Hopefully I don't lose you. If you have any questions, just comment below. So without further ado, let's get this formula started. Here's the example. You have to cut a half-acre yard with a 30-inch push mower. Step 1, convert yard area to square feet. An acre is equal to 43,560 square feet. Now just multiply 0.5 times 43,560 square feet. Now you know your yard area is 21,780 square feet. Step 2, convert mower width to feet. There's 12 inches in a foot. Divide 12 into 30 and you get 2.5 feet. Step 3, convert walking speed to feet per minute. There are 5,280 feet in a mile. For my car guys, use the quarter mile 1320 and multiply it by 4. Next, there are 60 minutes in an hour. Divide 60 into 5,280, which equals 88. Lastly, multiply the walking speed of 3 miles an hour times the 88 and you get 264 feet per minute. Step 4, calculate mowing speed in square feet per minute. All you're going to do is mower width of 2.5 feet times walking speed of 264 feet per minute equals 660 square feet per minute. The last step, calculate the time to mow your yard. Mowing speed of 660 square feet per minute divided by yard area of 21,780 square feet equals a 33-minute job. Now that we've talked about yard sizes, you're probably thinking about the yards that you maintain. Naturally, the next step is to identify if your equipment is actually matching your clientele. To control the analysis, I stayed with one equipment manufacturer. I really like Scag and I have their mower, so I figured that would be the best choice for me. When scrolling through all the equipment that they offer, I was looking for 3 specific areas: mower width, mower speed, and style, whether that was stand-on, ride-in, or walk-behind. For this segment, I chose the V-Ride 2 stand-on mowers for my visual representation at the end of this video. And from there, I just looked at the spec pages to find the speed and deck size. Something to note is that there is a difference between transit speeds and actual mowing speeds based on equipment variations. I was curious what the average walking speed was to highlight push mower speeds. I found this peer-reviewed article. The bottom line up front is the average walks about 3 miles an hour. Restrictive access points such as gates can completely change the effectiveness of a job. I went on a few professional fence builder websites to get some information on fences. Basically, the standard American residential gate size is between 3 to 4 feet, and commercial properties are much larger. One trend I did notice is that as vehicles and equipment continues to get larger, so does the gate sizes. I hope this visual representation helps. I know it's a bit boring, but it really does show you how any type of restriction can completely change your game. I only use Scag products during this analysis. However, there are a ton of different manufacturers with different variations of speeds and sizes. What I recommend is using the formula provided and plug in your numbers to find out what makes the most sense. Alright, so basically in this diagram I'll show you the house, and then on the left hand side where the cursor is the gate, and the gate is the access point. Most gates are between 3 to 4 feet. Then I broke it into a backyard and a front yard, and they're labeled as small, medium, and large. Quarter acre, half acre, and a full acre. The green colors on the right are basically little templates that will go over those slots and kind of show you in real time. First scenario is a small front yard and a small backyard, both at a quarter acre respectively. In these scenarios, we are going to use the 30-inch for the backyards and the 48 for the front yards because of the restrictive access that the gates can produce. In this case, the standard American gate size. Something to note is that the transition from the 10.5 mile per hour to the 3 mile an hour significantly reduce operational efficiency. Next, scenario 2, a small front yard and a medium backyard. The 48-inch still plows through the front yard in about 3 minutes, but now the back is taking 33 minutes. Scenario 3 is a small front yard and now a large backyard, and with a 30-inch mower, it takes over an hour to complete. The amount of sweat equity and wear and tear on you or your crew, I believe, is unsustainable, especially if you're doing it for a living. Once a bunch of land gets behind a restrictive access point, you can see that the total work time quickly rises, and it may behoove you to buy the right equipment for the right job. A medium front yard and a small backyard is a great scenario where the combination of the 48 and 30 push mower almost are similar to the 32 and 36 riding, cutting at 23 minutes total compared to 15 and 18. Once available, buy some type of riding lawnmower that can fit through all the gates, or you may want to serve different clients. In a medium front yard and large backyard situation, the 32-inch and 36-inch mowers are able to cut time in half respectively at 30 and 36 minutes. This is the best case scenario for the combination setup: a large front yard and a restrictive small backyard. It tied with the efficiency of a 2 mile per hour slower and 16-inch smaller machine. I'm talking about the 32-inch. Lastly, in the remaining two scenarios, the gap continues to widen significantly. I wanted to show you how just a single access point or restrictive point can significantly change your operational efficiency and effectiveness. Understanding your unique area and doing a little bit of market research can ensure you buy the right equipment for the right job. In my specific area, most of us don't have fences, so that explains why the most commonly bought, according to my local dealer, is a 52 to 54-inch deck. So, residential and commercial businesses side versus homeowners. Now, if you're a homeowner, you know all your obstacles and you can kind of figure out exactly your lawnmower, and it'd be very easy. However, those that are in business really needs to go back to that ideal clientele and what you're trying to do, not just now, but in the future. Because if half of your clients have a 1/4 acre and the other half have 5 acres or more, then the equipment size needs to follow suit. And if it doesn't, then you are going to put a lot of physical labor into what you're trying to do. All right, hopefully you made it this far. And if you did, I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, or share, or comment. Anything helps the channel for sure. And I really do appreciate you taking your time out of your day. If you only had to choose one, the best machine overall would have to be the 36, given the obstacles and restrictions.